Alright everybody, how y'all doing today? And welcome back to my channel. Yesterday was the launch day of the RX 6950 XT. As we all know, we're going to call this one here the silent GPU, or aka the stealth. The reason why I'm calling it that because it came unannounced so quick, so fast, and so quickly to the consumers worldwide. Do we need another GPU right now? Absolutely not. Because right now AMD is ready to close out the 6000 series GPUs as well as the AM4 platform. They got everything launched out. So they sit down and said, hey, we got this GPU still sitting on the product line. Let's just go ahead and release it out to the world so they can go ahead and buy another GPU that most people cannot buy again. Do we need this? No. Do you want it? Most consumers. That's up to you. Because just like I said, I'm not on that hype nonsense like everybody else. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got this. Oh, Intel fanboy AMD. No, I ain't on none of that nonsense. We got another GPU that is not making sense to a lot of consumers. I'm one of them. You can buy it. They sold out. Just like I said, it's unannounced, quick, fast, and they're gone. Exactly. The faster they came out, the faster they ended. That's how you close out a product line. Why? They're closing out because they're moving on to the future now. They're going to the LGA 1718 sockets, the AM5 motherboards, the 7000 CPU. So we're coming up with a new line that's going to be coming out in Q3 soon. You might just say, hey, you know what? Let's just come up with a new GPU that's going to come out soon. So let's go ahead and release the last of the 6000 series and let the world enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into those specs. And y'all consumers, y'all tell me, is it really worth it of getting into it? Alright, let's go. Here we go. Alrighty, the AMD Radeon RX 6950 XT has 80 compute units. Base frequency is 1890 megahertz. Boost frequency is 2310 megahertz. Gain frequency is at 2100 megahertz. Rate accelerator is at 80. Peak pixel fill rate is up to 295.7 GPS. Peak texture fill rate is up to 739.2 GTS. Peak half precision compute performance is 47.31 teraflops. Peak single precision compute performance is 23.65 teraflops. ROPs is 128. Stream processor, which is good, is at 5120. Texture units is 320. Transistor counts is 26.8B. The requirements: typical board power is 335 watts. Your recommended power supply must be at 850 watts or better. So yes, this baby is pulling power. So if you just bought that LGA 1700 series, or you're on the X570, and you just probably got the new 12900 KS CPU, that power hungry beast monster, then this might be the GPU for that. If you can afford it. That's the question to the consumers. If you can afford it. I'm not talking about free gear signed up to a lot of creators out saying, oh, I got this, oh, I got this, oh, look what I got, oh, look what I got. No, I'm talking about people who work hard, like me. I said, let me just go ahead and buy this GPU to complete my system. And that's the thing that you got to really think about. Do you really need to upgrade? That, like I always say, do you really need to upgrade? Are you happy and comfortable where your system is at now. Now let me go ahead and finish going over the specs. The GPU memory, the Infinity cache is at 128 megabytes. The memory speed is 18 gigabytes per second. The max memory size is 16 gigabytes. Yes, this is another 16 gigabyte. The last of the RX 6000 series GPU line. Yes, the 16 gigabyte. So if they come up with another graphic card, it should be about 18 gigabyte or to 24 gigabyte clean or higher. The memory type is GDDR6. Memory interface is 256-bit. Memory bandwidth is up to 576 gigabytes per second. Effective memory bandwidth is up to 1793.5 gigabytes per second. Alrighty, support rendering format. It has HDMI 4K support. It has 4K H.264 decoded. It has 4K H.264 encoded. It has your H.265 HEVC decoded. It has your H.265 HEVC encoded. And it has your AVI decoded. So the features of this card is supported technology, AMD software, Adrenaline Edition, the VSR 4K, the Vulkan API, the AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution, the AMD FreeSync technology, AMD Mentor API. It also has your smart access memory and your true audio next. Alright, general, it's in the RX 6000 series. Launch date was yesterday on my grandson's birthday, which was good. It was cool, but this card wasn't better than my grandson's birthday. Operating system, once again, it has Windows 10 64-bit edition. If we need to find the Windows 11, then they might have an update for that as well too. Additional power connectors are two 8-pin power connect. So yes, it's on a 16-pin power connect for your PCIe power connectors. So now, is this card available at your retail stores? Maybe Microsoft might have them. I don't know. But Newegg are. You have your Azura OC Formula RX 6950 XT starting at $1,099.99. This is on back order, so that means Azura is pushing them as fast as they can. Everybody else is sold out. Asus Power Color MSI, which is $1,099.99. That's the starting price, and the high max price of this card is $1,399.99. Now the higher ones are basically your water infused cool cards. This is hooked up to an AIO. This is your custom water block card here. This is your Sapphire Nitro overclocking GPU here. Now keep in mind, you guys to be on PCI Express 4.0. If your motherboard don't have it, you're not gonna get the full maximum speed of the bandwidth of your PCI Express 16 slots. So if you're not on it, you're gonna get a little sluggish speeds, but you're gonna get a decent performance. All cards are backwards compatible, just keep that in mind, but you're not gonna get the full potential speed if you're not on PCI Express 4.0. How do I feel about this card here? Sucks. That's it. Like I said, it's another GPU. Simon calls it the silent GPU because it just came unannounced. Just go ahead and rush it on out there to get the consumers revved up again. Try to go ahead and build up that little hype, that fanboy hype nonsense. That to me personally, that needs to stop. That fanboy nonsense. Let's just cut it. Here we are, another GPU that you cannot buy because y'all can't keep them in stock. You can go ahead and release them to the manufacturer, the PCBs, to the manufacturer, so they can go ahead and start creating their own graphic cards using that software technology by AMD. But my perspective, another GPU you cannot buy or you cannot afford. It's just that simple. This is one reason why we love old hardware. A lot of people selling their GTX 970, 980, 1060, 1080 Ti, the RTX 20 and 20 series, the 2060, the 2070, and the 2080. This is why we love old hardware. The GTX 1650. Yeah, I'm calling out all the good graphic cards that cannot be used no more, or you cannot go buy them. I've seen a lot of people who updated their systems, or a lot of new builders who built their systems using new motherboard, new CPUs from both sides, Intel and AMD. And this is one reason why I don't join that fanboy nonsense, because if you go back in the days, our PCs was IBM and Macintosh. It's just that simple. And I'm taking the way back to the era. And then as PCs just start moving along, you had your K7 sockets, you had your socket 370s, then you had your socket 462s, your socket 478s, etc. Your socket 754s, your socket 959, whatever. Until you went from the AM3 platform to the AM2s. Your socket 478, your socket 4 this, your 370s, etc. We went through so much upgrades over the years to where our PCs are where we at now. And my question is, and I'm gonna keep this floating in a lot of consumer minds, do you need to upgrade? Right now, we coming to the end of Windows 10. We got like what, another 3 more years. We're on 2022. Windows 10 expires fully in 2025. Where you got to buy new hardware, or if you still have a motherboard that has a TPM header, you gotta buy the TPM header and a supported CPU that supports Windows 11. Who got time for that? I don't have time to be sitting out here looking in my closet. I got about 8 to 25 motherboards sitting in my closet, just wrapped in bubble wrap, collecting dust, taking up space. It's just ridiculous. And I said the keyword ridiculous. The AMD did a good thing, yes and no. Yes, they released their last line of the RX 6000 series. No, because you cannot buy it because there's none in stock. Again, a GPU you cannot buy. Get the crowd hyped up again. Stupidity. And I'm just gonna end this that this GPU is just well thought of stupidity. Just like I said, it's the end of the 6000 series, as well as they're going to go ahead and close out the AM4 platform. So, and I'll be doing a video on that as well too. Do you think all hardware where we are now that's the end of it? Because now, for us to use Windows 11, we got to go ahead and buy new hardware, which don't make sense.